Welcome in to the one and only Curious Cat Show. I'm your host, LK Lucky Cat. What is cooking in your world? Hey, look who I got here. I got little Lucky Cat up here on the microphone. Rubber band. Rubber band. You're on there, baby. You ain't going nowhere. You're stuck. You're there. Ha ha. Huh? Hey, yeah. So, hey, I'm glad you're a part of what's going on. Yes, 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 yes. Got a lot going on. Got a lot going on today, don't you? Every day. Every day, rocking and rolling with life. Because life can be super good. Life can be awesome. How's your life going? I got my KVNF hat on. Used to work at the radio station and was just thinking about all the great people there today and thought, you know what, I'm going to put on my KVNF cap today. Moving on over my microphone. Because it wouldn't be the Curious Cat Show if I wasn't doing something with my equipment. I got some. All right. Jesus, that was loud in my ears. I don't know what it sounded like for you, but it was loud in my ears. Okay, so what is going on in the world of Lucky Cat wisdom? Well, I kind of have been taking a little bit of a break. I tend to kind of like gorge out on a lot of YouTube videos and I watch a lot of stuff and I read books and I just kind of decided for this week, I kind of decided to back off a little bit, which seems kind of weird, right? But sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you kind of got to take a break from all of those things that you're doing. Uh, just to kind of settle into, well, what is really happening in my life around me, and what am I learning and absorbing? And sometimes I find out that I'm trying to cram it all in, right? I'm trying to get more and more, and pretty soon I'm just like you, I ate too much, right? Like I had too much, and I gotta process. So I guess today's Lucky Cat wisdom would just be about processing all that is going on in your life instead of sometimes trying to add more. Like sometimes you got to stop and slow down and say, okay, I'm at a saturation point right now. I've done a lot of reading, I've done a lot of study, I've done a lot of different things, and now I just really kind of need just to digest and let things settle in. So don't feel bad if you kind of back off on maybe some of your spiritual quest and some of the things that you're doing so hard, working so hard to grow spiritually. Even at 62, I find myself doing that instead of realizing, hey, I need to back off here, kind of take a break and maybe do something else, enjoy something else. I definitely enjoy riding my e-bike. That is something that I totally get into, and I got a camera just so that I could mount it on the e-bike and video some of my little trips that I take. I have another YouTube channel called Be Sweet RV. And if you go on there, you'll see some of the e-bike rides and some Jeep trails and different things like that that I do. So this isn't the only thing I do. Like I'm not just trying to be a spiritual guru. In fact, I decided who in their right mind would even want to be a spiritual guru. That's too much pressure. So this isn't the only channel I have. This isn't the only thing I do. I have the other channel where it's more like, RV type stuff, Jeep tours, e-bike kind of stuff. There's even a really cool video on there with Kim putting up a big Kodiak tent all by herself. So check out Be Sweet RV or some of that content if you like that kind of thing. Actually, I'm getting more views on that than I am on this, so I'm starting to wonder, what are people really interested in? Anyway, That's neither here nor there. But today's show is about really processing things in your life before adding more. And that's sometimes what we got to do. We got to process a little bit, back off a little bit, let it come to us in a more easy way instead of constantly force feeding ourselves and trying to get strong and trying to do all these things. And every now and then we just need to kind of back off, take a little bit of a break, especially during the summertime, and look around at all the beauty that is around you and get outside more. I think I feel nature, speaking more to me sometimes than maybe a YouTube video or reading a book or something like that. Just getting out into nature, doing some e-bike riding, doing some camping, chilling out with life and that kind of thing. So, not a very long video today, but I did want to give up the opportunity to hop on and just talk to you today about slow down. You know, you don't have to move fast. You don't have to do anything more than you're doing. You're enough. Take the information that you've been given so far in your life and start kind of letting that process. Maybe you've got the slow cooker, full of the ingredients, putting everything in your big old pot, and you're now maybe it's just time to kind of slow cook a little bit and kind of sit back and smell that cooking, smell what's cooking in your life, and just kind of sit back with that and kind of enjoy it a little bit and look around, grateful for all the many, many blessings in your life. And that's where I'm at. And I hope you're having a great day. Let's just take a moment. I realize and recognize that I am enough. I've done enough. I am enough. I've read enough. I've listened enough. I have all the ingredients in my slow cooker. And now it's time to let some of that just cook and sit back and smell the aroma and anticipate the bountiful meal that I'm about to receive and all the goodness and blessings that are coming to me. Just take some time and let the stuff process. Put in. Thanks for joining Lucky Cat Wisdom on the Curious Cat Show. Remember, folks, we're the only one that Curious Cats ask for by name. That's the Curious Cat Show. And if you're not watching me, listen to KVNF, Mountain Grown Community Radio Station out of Western Colorado. Woo! That's it and that's all. Curious Cat Show, we're out.